Hey team, another option from the underhook. Okay, so we've seen that our first approach should be getting to the back. Sometimes as we're trying to approach the back, our partner sprawls that near side hip back. Okay, so we saw that Uchi ankle pick to exploit that base, okay, or the off balance. But what can happen sometimes from there is that our partner is going to work for their own underhook. Okay, so the upper body gripping is part of the problem. Okay, if I'm able to score an underhook and keep control of this far side arm, that's great for me, and that's where we're working the things that we've already seen. But often what can happen here is, as I get to an underhook, he's working his own stance and positioning to score an underhook of his own. So we're in the pummel position here, okay, with an underhook each. So I've got an underhook on this side, he's got an underhook on this side, okay? So from here, we're going to look at a deep Uchi, okay? The Uchi we saw before was shallow, with just our foot offering some tripping capacity. Now we're going to pass our whole leg through the position, okay? So the first thing is the setup. From this position, okay, we should really have opposite feet forward, okay? Because our lead foot should generally follow the underhook. So I've got an underhook on the right, so my right leg follows. He's got an underhook on his right, so his right leg follows, okay? Which means that left foot of his is back and I can't access it well. And in terms of tripping, if I just try and trip right now, I'm going to be driving into that back leg, so his base is there. He can take my whole weight. The angle's no good, okay? The angle I need to trip is back perpendicular to his stance. So I need to manipulate that stance to bring that angle square to me here, okay? So as we're moving around, driving in, we're trying to keep this underhook each, okay? I'm gonna step around, okay, this lead leg of his. So I step around and I pull that underhook towards my trailing leg, my lead leg. Okay, so again, we're pushing, there's a bit of fight here. I step around and pull to get to that, okay? It's really key that I'm like pulling that leg to pivot him perpendicular to me so that I can drive straight through his stance, okay? As I get him squared up there, okay, I'm going to drive my whole leg through the middle of his stance. Such a natural thing to do here is to try and like plant your foot. We don't want that, okay? We want our knee to get to the floor behind his ankle as I drive down, okay? So your foot should just be passive here. You're just kicking it through. I'm not trying to plant my toes. That'll interrupt the rhythm of this. I'm just trying to drive it through and get my knee to the floor, like a pigeon pose here, okay? That positioning with my knee pit right behind his ankle is going to stop him stepping off it, and then I'm going to sag into his hips and drive him back over that, okay? So I'm here, my setup from the pummel position, I'm turning him off of this. Ideal timing for this is that I actually shoot through for that deep Uchi as he's squaring up, okay? It's possible for the move to work step, drive, okay? But he can fight back at this point because he's already set his base and kind of push in, all right? Ideally, I want to go on the, as his foot is moving and squaring up, that's when I'm shooting through. So he's kind of already on one leg, and that's the leg I'm going to cut out from underneath him, okay? As we approach the floor, drive through, okay? I need to make sure that trailing leg beats this knee line. If I push down here, this isn't bad necessarily, but I'm deep into his guard and this arm is over his hip. There's opportunities for a counter attack there. So I need to make sure that I have a disciplined follow-up. So as I'm shooting down, this steps past his knee and covers it straight away. So I can hunker down into the half guard position here, beating his knee shield, working from half guard, okay? So one more again, more natural speed. We're pummeling, I pull, boom, shift into half guard, solidify the pin.